We are monitoring a little bit of fog this morning. Todd, seems to be a trend.
Yeah, the fog's really starting to settle in right now, especially south of Indianapolis. You look live there in downtown, not really too much of an issue here in the metro area. But once you get down towards Bloomington all the way to Terre Haute, only a quarter mile of visibility right now. You see some of these darker shades of gray. Once you get just to the east of Bloomington into eastern portions of Brown County, the fog is even a little bit thicker. And of course, it's very hilly down there in the Bloomington and Brown County area. So certainly if you're in that area, take it easy on the roadways. And because of these visibilities, that will continue to reduce here this morning. The National Weather Service has issued this dense fog advisory for virtually the entire area. Not across northern portions of the state as of yet, but we'll have to wait and see if they issue the fog advisory, as well as, again, these visibilities will continue to decrease. So just be a little bit careful on the roadways this morning if you're in some of those areas that do have the reduced visibility out there. The temperature, that's at 67 degrees. It's pretty seasonable for this time of year. The wind is light out of the west, currently at 6 miles per hour. Sunrise officially at 7:01 this morning, and sunset later on this evening is at 8:36. Anywhere you go across the state, temperatures are in the 60s with the exception of Gary at 71 degrees. It's 63 in Lafayette, and 66 is the current temperature right now in Muncie. And Bloomington, you're currently sitting at 65 degrees. And when you look at the satellite and radar picture, you don't pick up the fog as of right now. Once we get the visible satellite and it starts to get light out, you'd be able to see that fog. But what this does indicate is that once the sun comes up, we will have plenty of sunshine, and then we'll start to burn that fog off pretty quickly, say by about 8, 9 o'clock this morning. And we're left with a pretty decent day in the forecast for us as we head throughout the morning and into the afternoon hours. But there is a weak front that is off to our west. It's kind of a broken line of showers and storms as of right now, and those storms eventually start to make their way in here later on this evening. So throughout the morning, once we burn that fog off, no issues. Your lunch hour should be just fine with partly cloudy skies. Temperatures already up to right around 80 degrees. 4 o'clock, no problems at all. But once we get towards 7, 8 o'clock, that will start to bring some of these storms into the forecast. And again, they'll be pretty spotty in nature. It's not going to be a solid line of storms moving through. So do not cancel any plans, but make sure you are prepared if you are in one of these areas that does get hit by a few of these isolated storms, because they do have the potential to be severe. And the Storm Prediction Center has most of the state under a slight risk for severe weather for later on this evening, with wind and hail being the two main threats. Temperatures today climb into the mid to upper 80s to near 90 degrees in Bloomington as well as Columbus.